Hey Lance, what are you doing here? We haven't seen you since, Hoenn. And you sound different. Let's talk about it. In 4414 or Tony, how's everybody doing today? So, today's episode is called Flash of the Titans. It's interesting because we're going back to Galar again. So, it starts with Ash and Goh in Kanto, at the laboratory as always. And then Professor Cerise gives them tickets to the World Coronation ceremony, the finals, in Winden, in the Galar region. So they take a plane there. In the process, they see an interesting Pokemon kind of just go past the plane, and Pikachu has some electric issues. I think it's one of the legendaries, because I'm pretty sure it is, but I'm not going to spoil it. And we'll just wait until we find out what it actually is. The funny part about this episode is they land in Galar, and Ash is like, oh, hey, we're going to go see the match, because it's the finals. And, Goh's like, hey, I'm going to go catch Pokemon. Ash, on the other hand, is like, no, you're not. I'm going to drag you up these stairs, and we're going to go see the match. So they basically go see the match. It's funny because it makes me think of how back in the day, Misty and then Max and May would basically drag Brock away whenever there was a cute girl around. Krogan did the same thing. So it kind of made me think of that. It was funny. So anyway, they get there, and it turns out it's Lance, the Kanto Elite Four member. He's not the champion, apparently. He's just one of the Kanto Elite Four. And versus Leon, someone new that we don't really know much about. He is voiced by Kagi Films. I'm trying to think of his real name, but yeah, he's voiced by him. He does a lot of he does some voice acting. But anyway, if I remember, I'll drop his links somewhere. But anyway, oh yeah, and Team Rocket's there because their boss sent them there. Giovanni sent them there to check out Gigantamax and Dinamax, or in other words, when Pokemon go big. The cool thing is, so they're battling Leon and Lance. And also, I think Lance has purple eyes. No, that's his hair. Sorry. Anyway, so Lance and Leon are battling. Lance uses his red Gyarados, which the description, when they explained it, they're like, hey, a golden Magikarp evolved into this Gyarados. And it's like, no, Magikarp wasn't golden, it was red. But anyway, so Lance has his red Gyarados. It's interesting because I don't know. I know Ash kind of knows who he is. Like, Ash should know who he is, but he doesn't reference anything. But so Leon and Lance fight, and the interesting thing about this is they're fighting on standard terms for a while, and Charizard knows Thunder Punch? I didn't know Charizard could do that. But then again, it makes sense. It's coverage for Gyarados. But anyway, so Lance, when they're getting down to the close to the nitty-gritty of the battle, and it's interesting because I guess they return their Pokemon before they Dynamax and Gigantamax. So, Lance gets Dynamaxes his Gyarados. And then Leon Gigantamaxes his Charizard. Interesting. And one thing that Leon said that stuck out to me is Leon said, I learned from all my matches. That's why I never lose. And he's like, oh, and I'm going to learn from winning this match too. I think that's interesting that it's like you learn from it. So, yeah, by the way, Team Rocket's there. Like I said, Team Rocket, Giovanni just told him, hey, you need to catch the big Pokemon. So they were like, hey, we should catch Pikachu, but when the boss gives us an order, we do that. So they fight. Leon wins. And Ash is basically like, hey, I want to fight Leon. So then they go, like, Team Rocket doesn't try to catch those Pokemon. So after that, they leave the stadium. There's a Dreadnought. I think it's funny because the Pokedex, or whatever the heck that Team Rocket has, basically says, Dreadnought, the turtle Pokemon. And it tells a little bit more, but then it just cuts out. It's like, I don't know. And Jesse's just like, you don't know? Why not? And then, so they get their, gotcha machine, and they get a Bellsprout, which is funny. They're like, hey, it's one Pokemon, so maybe it's going to be all-powerful like the Wailord. Yeah, remember that Wailord? All it knew was Splash. This one knew Power Whip. But yeah, so, they tried to fight the Dreadnought. Clearly it didn't work. It became a Dinamax no, I don't remember if it's G-Max or Dinamax. But it did its thing, and Team Rocket actually has Pokeballs. Because they tried to catch the Dreadnought. It didn't work, of course. And they tried it when it was like Gigantamax or Dynamax. I don't really remember which one. But they tried to catch it. Clearly it didn't work. And it was rampaging. And that's more or less where it ended. It ended with the rampage. It's basically going to tie into the next episode, which comes out later this week. I should have that. I'm moving episodes to Sundays. This one, either Sundays or Mondays, actually. But this one will either come out today, which is Sunday, as I'm recording, or tomorrow, which is Monday. But anyway, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me, what are your thoughts on the episode? And I will talk to you guys later. God bless you guys. Stay safe, and peace. Bye. Also, question for you guys. Who do you like more? Gigantamax Charizard or Dinamax Gyarados?
You're listening to Saiyan 4414. Feel free to subscribe or listen to this again.